YouTube using nothing but your cell phone, let me know down in the comments. And if you want to learn more about OBS and what else it can do, you could check this video out. And if you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks to help make you a better live streamer or YouTuber, subscribe to the channel. My name is Michael Fire Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.
We're going to cover how to use OBS Studio step by step in this complete tutorial for beginners. Hey, it's Justin Brown here from Primal Video, where we help you grow an audience and scale your revenue with online video. If you're seeing value in this video, make sure you're giving it a thumbs up. It really makes a huge difference. And all the links to everything I mentioned in this video, you can find linked in the description box below. Let's jump into it. So OBS Studio, or Open Broadcaster software, is a powerful and very popular live streaming software and screen recording app. It runs on Mac, Windows, and Linux, and it can stream to places like Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and pretty much all the major live stream platforms. With all its great features though, it can be a little overwhelming for new users. But don't worry, this tutorial is designed to get you up and running fast and walk you through all the key settings and the steps that you need to know to host your next live stream or record your screen using OBS, all in just a few minutes. Plus, I'll also share with you some low-cost resources or tools that work great with OBS along the way, like how to get a cool animated title for when you're ready to take things even further. Okay, so here we are in OBS. Now I'm going to take you through this walkthrough using a Mac, but the process is exactly the same if you're on PC as well. Now this is a brand new fresh install of OBS, so this is what you'll see if you've never opened the app before. This big black box here in the middle is your preview area. This is where you can see what it is you're going to be broadcasting out. Down the bottom here, we've got our controls. This is where we can start streaming, start recording. We can switch between this preview mode and studio mode. So if I press on this now, you can see that we have our program monitor, which is what we're pushing out. This is exactly the same as what you were seeing before, but now we've actually got a preview as well. Now it's a little confusing because the other one's called preview mode and this is the preview here. But essentially we can queue things up on this side, and then when we press this transition button, then it will actually send it live. So if you're gonna be moving graphics and those sorts of things around and you wanna not be doing it while you're live, or the viewers aren't watching what you're doing while you're live, then you can use this mode, studio mode, to have that ability. For me personally, if I don't need that while I'm live, I'm gonna go back to the regular mode with just the one big preview window. But this is something you can switch between while you're live. The next one down here is the settings button. This will bring up all of the settings for OBS. Now we will jump back into this one very shortly. Exit, it's pretty obvious, it's gonna exit the app. Down the bottom here is pretty cool that you can actually see your CPU usage. So you can see if your computer is under load and you're potentially dropping frames or having a bad live stream if your computer is under too much stress. So you can see all of that at a glance down the bottom here. You can also easily see how long you've been live for or how long your recording has been going for as well. The next panel along is your transition panel. This is where we can adjust the different types of transitions we have between the different scenes. We'll get to scenes in a minute, but know that you can adjust your transitions here, or if we're back on that studio mode, your transitions are also in the middle here as well. Let's get back to preview mode. The next one across here is your audio mixer. This is where you can easily see and adjust your volume levels for each of the different elements you're going to have in your live stream, or each of the different sources you're going to have in your live stream. And next to that, we've actually got our sources. This is where we can add in all of our webcams, images, videos, websites, or anything we want to actually include and use in our live streams. And the next one across here is your scenes panel. Now this is essentially we can have groups of assets or different configurations for different elements or different sections of your live streams. So you might have a scene set up for just a full screen image of you on screen. The next scene might be your computer screen that you're sharing. And you might have another scene for you with some text on screen. And as like almost every program out there, you've also got your standard menus and options and stuff across the top here as well. So that's the overall interface. Let's jump into getting OBS set up. So come down the bottom here to settings. Now, a lot of the settings in here are going to be personal preference and also going to come down to the type of live stream or the type of recording you're actually going to do. Things like how it looks, the theme, whether you want dark mode enabled or you want some other theme in here, then obviously that's personal preference. Likewise with some of these output confirmations here, things like being able to show a confirmation dialog box when you're starting a stream or showing one when you're stopping a stream. This is what I'll normally have on, like, are you sure you want to stop the stream? A little pop-up asks you if you want to confirm that. I'll normally have this one on, and the same for stopping recording as well, just in case it accidentally gets knocked and you don't want to stop streaming, you don't want to stop recording. At least you've got a confirmation box here to maybe save you in that case. So for me personally, those two are the main ones that I'll add on this window, but I would suggest that you have a scroll through this section and just see if there's anything that stands out to you, maybe at a later stage once you've gone through and set everything up, that you can then add this further level of refinement to customize things up for you. Okay, so that's the general settings. The next one down is your stream settings. Now this is where we get to choose our streaming service, whether it's Twitch, whether it's YouTube, Facebook. So these are the primary ones here. If we actually hit on show all, it brings up a massive list of all the supported live streaming platforms. So we're going to go ahead and select YouTube RTMP. Then we need to paste our stream key into this box, our unique key for our specific live stream. So I'll go over to our YouTube channel, grab the key. We'll come down here to stream key here. We'll hit copy, and then we'll go back over to OBS and paste our stream key into that box there. Next, we're going to come across to output. Now, this is where we get to specify our output settings for our live streams, but also for our recording as well. So for configuring up our live stream, we need to specify a video bitrate. The default here, 2500 kilobits per second, would be okay for a 720p stream. But with this number, 2500 kilobits per second, the higher we go with it, if we went to 3000, 3500 or 5000, the higher we go with it, the higher the quality of the stream we're going to push through to YouTube or whichever platform we're broadcasting to. But it also means that our internet speed, our upload speed, needs to be capable of consistently pushing that amount of data through to our broadcasting platform. Now I'll link this page down in the resources below, but this is where YouTube suggests which bit rates you should be looking at for the different resolutions. So this page tells us if we want to broadcast live to YouTube at 720p, the video bitrate range should be between 1500 and 4000 kilobits per second. If we're doing a 1080p stream, that needs to be 3000 to 6000 kilobits per second. Now we can go above, but you really don't want to be going below these numbers for a decent looking, reliable stream. So in this case here, we're going to be doing a 1080p live stream through to YouTube. So I'm going to set this to 5000 kilobits per second because I know my internet speed is good enough. So that's the video quality. We can also make changes to the audio quality here as well. Now I would recommend that you're not going less than 128. The default here was 160. That's going to give you pretty good results. 192 right up to 320 will give you higher quality audio. So if you're going to be broadcasting live with music and those sorts of things and you want to have the highest quality through, then you're going to want to pick a higher quality bitrate for your audio as well. Personally, I think anything from 160 to 256 is going to give you great results. But if you're only just speaking in your live stream, then you'll be able to get away with 160. So those are your live streaming settings. If you do want to also be recording or you just want to use OBS for recording, then that's where your settings down here. You can key all of those in. The main ones being your recording format. You can see the default here is MKV. You might want to switch it to an MP4 or an MOV file. And then you'll also want to adjust your recording quality. Because in a lot of cases, you want to actually record a higher quality video than the one that you're streaming out. So higher than 5000 kilobits per second in this case. So we could choose a high quality medium file size or one of the other options in here as well. Now this next area here, audio, is where obviously we get to dive into some audio settings. Now there's really only a couple in here that you need to look at. The rest are going to be fine by default. The first one is your channels. By default, you want to have this set to stereo unless you specifically need to be broadcasting in mono or surround sound, 2.1, 5.1 surround sound. So for most people, you're going to want to leave this at stereo for most live streams or most recorded videos. But the one that you really want to check in here is your primary audio source, which is your mic auxiliary audio. not audio 2, 3, or 4, to the first one here. And you want to change this from default to your actual microphone that you've got connected to your computer, or to your camera, which is connected to your computer. So in this case, I'm going to set it to the Camlink 4K because the microphone I'm using is going to be directly connected to my Camlink, which is connected to my Panasonic GH4. So for audio, I want it coming through the Camlink. Now, even if the default setting here of default is using your correct microphone because of your system settings, I would still strongly recommend that you're manually setting this to your actual microphone just so that you don't have any issues down the track. But this next one down here, video, this is where we get to specify all of our video related settings for the quality, for the frame rate of the live stream that we're going to be creating, both here in OBS and also to whatever we're going to be pushing out to YouTube in this case, or even to be recorded. The two of them don't actually need to be the same. So you could actually be working from a higher resolution project in OBS, but broadcasting out to YouTube or recording a video file in a lower scaled resolution. And that's what we get to specify in here. So the default here is that our base canvas resolution, our OBS resolution, is at 1920 by 1080, which is 1080p, but the default is saying that we're going to be broadcasting, our output is 720p, 1280 by 720. So I'm going to hit this little drop down arrow and I'm going to switch this to 1920 by 1080. Now you do have the ability in here to cast in 4K, then you can
2 years ago, I taught myself how to build AI agents without any prior experience in AI. And since then, I've started multiple AI businesses that have generated over $5 million in revenue. I've grown from 0 to 450,000 subscribers here on YouTube. And I've built AI agents for some of the biggest companies in the world. It's pretty safe to say that learning how to build AI agents has completely changed my life. So in this full course, I'm going to teach you everything, and I mean everything, that I have learned over the past 2 years about building and more importantly, making money with AI agents, even if you don't know how to code. My hope is that you too can learn and use this incredibly powerful skill in order to build the life of your dreams before these AI agents start taking our jobs. As you can see by the length of this video, I'm not going to be holding anything back. So in order to make it a bit easier to consume, we're going to be splitting it into 3 different chapters. First, we'll build your foundational understanding of AI agents, covering what they are, how they work under the hood, and the key concepts that you need to know before you actually start building them. And this is without any technical background required. Secondly, we will be diving into 4 different end-to-end AI agent tutorials, taking you over my shoulder every step of the way as we build some of the most popular AI agent use cases on the market today. And I have carefully planned these builds out to give you a taste of multiple different no-code platforms and different AI agent types, and you'll learn how to build each of these step by step watching over my shoulder. And finally, I will give you my proven blueprint for monetizing your AI agent building skills over the coming years while this technology continues to explode in adoption and popularity. I'll be sharing the exact strategies that I've used to generate millions of dollars with this skill set over the past 2 years. So let's get into it. Now, if you're new to the channel, let me quickly share why I'm qualified to teach you about AI agents. So if you are new to the channel and don't know who I am, my name is Liam Motley, and 2 years ago, I started learning about AI with no prior experience in the field. I was teaching myself how to build AI agents and chatbots, all through my own self-study, which I documented right here on this YouTube channel from day one. So you can go back and watch all my previous videos of how I got from there to here. This led me to starting Morningside AI, which is my AI automation agency, where we build AI systems and agents for businesses, from basic customer support systems to full AI SaaS platforms. And even we've built my own AI agent SaaS platform, Agentive, which is now over 45,000 users. At Morningside, we've worked with publicly traded companies and even recently an MBA team. I also run the world's largest AI business community with over 120,000 members on School as of this recording. And through my community and through this YouTube channel here, I've taught hundreds of thousands of people from all backgrounds really how to build and make money from AI agents. So everything that I'm about to teach you today is exactly what helped me to achieve all of this. So let's dive in. Now, if you look at how long this video is, you'll realize that there is a lot to cover here. And now, I don't want you to give up halfway through the video, so let's quickly take a moment just to get clear on why AI agents are quite literally the next big thing. And I know that sounds cliche and you hear it all the time, but seriously they are, and why learning to build them is by far one of the most valuable skills that anyone can have over the coming decades. And if my experience over the past 2 years is anything to go by, that should be enough proof for you guys to believe me. So stick with me. But here's the hard truth about AI and jobs right now, according to the latest research. McKinsey predicts that AI and agents could automate up to 50% of current current work by 2030. And the World Economic Forum reports that 41% of companies plan to reduce their workforce due to AI. Now, a lot of this sounds doom and gloom, and of course, many people are naturally worried about their career and future based off seeing this kind of data, but it's not all bad if you know where to look. And this video isn't about making you feel all sad, it's about uplifting you. And if you look on the flip side of the same data, these same reports reveal an enormous opportunity for those who are willing to seize it. So the World Economic Forum's Future of Job report states that 50% of employers plan to reorient their business in response to artificial intelligence. And due to this reorientation, 66% of employers plan to hire talent with specific AI skills, such as prompt engineering. So on one hand, we have the expectation of massive layoffs and automation of work over the next 5 to 10 years. But on the other, we have the majority of employers searching for people who have these AI skills or really just basic AI literacy. Why? Because AI literate employees who can automate parts of their work can have 5 to 10x the output of someone who doesn't have any AI literacy. And I promise you that brushing up on your AI and reaching this point of AI literacy so that you can be on the winning side of this next 5 to 10 years is actually so much easier than you think. I mean, it's easy as watching this entire video in order to build your AI skills base to make a big step towards AI literacy. And if you don't believe me when I say that a little bit of self-study like this video goes a long way, here's a great clip that I've seen recently on the All In podcast from one of the most respected investors and technologists in the world, Naval Ravikant, alongside a whole bunch of other very smart billionaires.
Again, I would say the easiest way to see that AI is not taking jobs or creating opportunities is go brush up on your AI, learn a little bit, watch a few videos, use the AI, tinker with it, and then go reapply for that job that rejected you and watch how they pull you in.
And so this video is exactly what Naval is talking about. So whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur wanting to learn valuable AI skills and launch an AI business like I have, or you're a business owner wanting to just understand agents so you can use them to grow your business, or maybe you're just wanting to make sure that you are the last person that your boss thinks of firing because he or she's an AI whiz and I can't afford to lose them, then I have made this video for you guys. Now what I want you to do is close out all of your other tabs, go get a notebook and a pen and a beverage of choice, and make sure you make a commitment to yourself right now in order to finish this training and ensure that you are going to be empowered by AI.
The unit of time we just all agree to.
Right.
And not replaced by it. Now if you've done all that, let's get stuck into it. All right, so step one, and
blotchy and choppy to crystal clear in a matter of moments. We're going to be using OBS Studio to implement these settings. So the first thing we're going to want to do is head over to the right hand side, select the settings button, then go to video, and we're going to want to check our base and output canvas resolutions. As you can see, for me, I have it set to 1920 by 1080 for both of these. Now, as a content creator making gaming videos, you're going to want to have more frames in your video so that it looks smoother. So for your common FPS values type, you're going to want to make sure that that is set to 60. Once you have that done, go ahead and select apply and OK. And then the next thing I'm going to do is just quickly add my gameplay capture card source. So in my sources section, I'm going to select the plus button, add a video capture device source, select capture card. Then I'm going to choose the device drop down and select my capture card, which is the LiveGamer 4K 2.1. Once I do that, it'll pop right up. And if I scroll down here just a little bit, instead of using the default device resolution type, I'm actually going to make that custom, and within here I can set my resolution to be all the way up to 4K. That's if I'm playing my game in 4K quality, which means it is passing through the capture card and my computer can handle it. Go this route because you'll have more pixels that you can then condense down into a 1080p image, making your image sharper. If you find that doing 4K is not an option, then go ahead and select the 1920 by 1080 option. That will still look very good. For our FPS, we can set that to 60. Video format, you can honestly leave at any but please make sure that MJPEG is not selected if it is an option for you, as the data quality that's being passed is much lower. As for the color space, you can set that to Rec 709. For the color range, you can set that to full. Once you've set those, go ahead and select OK. And now the next thing we're going to want to do is set our recording settings. So to do that, we're going to head over back to our settings, then go to the output tab. And instead of being in the simple output mode, we're going to jump into the advanced mode. Once you're in here, select the recording tab, and then the type, you can keep that at standard. Recording path, that's going to be wherever you want your video files to save on your computer. Recording format is pretty important. I would recommend keeping it at hybrid MP4. So your video will save in a .mp4 format, but this format will also utilize the crash resilient capabilities that MKV comes with and is easily usable across a variety of editing software. As for the video encoder, there are really only two primary options that I would really recommend going with. If you don't have a dedicated graphics card, such as one from NVIDIA or AMD, then I'd recommend using the encoder of your integrated graphics on your CPU. So for AMD chips, you would choose AMD HW H.264 and Intel would be QuickSync H.264. But if you do have that graphics card, then you're going to want to go with the NVENC H.264 option. And for me, I have my graphics card from NVIDIA, so I'm going to go with this. Up next, we're going to want to head over to our encoder settings below. And for our rate control, we're actually not going to have this at constant bitrate. You're going to want to change this to constant QP, which is also known as CQP or constant quantization parameter. Why are we using this over constant bitrate? Well, CQP guarantees a visual quality that is uniform across the entire video. So it doesn't matter if graphics in your gameplay are still or have extreme motion, CQP is going to make sure it looks good either way. The best number to set your constant QP at is 20 if you're doing 1080p 60 gameplay, and I wouldn't make it any higher than 22, but something to keep in mind is that the lower you make this number, the better your quality will be, but the larger your file sizes will be as well. 20 is the sweet spot. Keyframe interval, you can keep that at 0, but I will say as a best practice, you should change it to 2 for a better editing experience. The preset, I would keep that at P5. Tuning, keep that at high quality. For the multi-pass mode, you can update that to be full resolution. Profile, you can remain that at high. Look ahead and adaptive quantization, you can keep that checked off, and B-frames at 2 is perfectly all right. And now that our settings are looking peachy, we can go ahead and select apply and okay. And now I want you guys to go ahead and test these settings out for yourself and let me know in the comment section below how you're looking. Now, in the chance that your gameplay is not looking smooth and you're experiencing choppiness and encoder overload issues, you're going to want to go back into your settings, go into the recording tab, and then back down where we set the multi-pass mode. We originally had that set to full resolution 2 passes. You're going to want to select that drop down and choose single pass instead. For my integrated graphics people, you can adjust the preset to balanced or speed to have your system use less resources by encoding the video faster. Go ahead and apply those changes, select OK, try to do another recording and see if it looks as good as mine now. Let me know if you guys have any questions and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to properly set up OBS Studio so that you can start streaming in 2025. It can be a little bit daunting. There's a lot of different settings, but I'm only going to go over the ones that make the biggest difference. And then if you want, I have tons of more advanced tutorials right here on my channel, so subscribe and check those out if you want to get a little bit further into this. But for today's video, we're going to get you up and running so that you can go live with a really nice and crispy looking stream just like mine. But really quick, before we dive into the video, I want you guys to know that it's very important to stand out in the sea of streamers. There's millions of people trying to become streamers nowadays, whether you're on Twitch, Kick, or YouTube, and it's very important to stand out. And that's where you guys got to check out the sponsor for today's video, Owned.tv. Owned.tv is your one-stop shop for fresh new graphics for your stream. Whether you're on Twitch, YouTube, or Kick, you'll find something that's a perfect fit for your channel. They offer full themed overlay packages, which are great if you're trying to give your stream a complete makeover, but let's say you're looking to pick up some new alert graphics, don't worry, because they've got you covered there too. You could find single graphics such as alerts, emotes, banners, panels, and logos as well. And one of the best parts about these overlays is that they are completely modular. So if you and your friends all pick up the same overlay, such as this Rodan one right here, you could change the colors and tweak it to match your brand, and none of you will have the exact same overlay. If you're looking to take your stream to the next level, be sure to check out own.tv.
It's 2026, and most of the senior engineers I know aren't really writing code anymore. They design the systems and let AI handle the implementation. And the gap between developers who can do that and developers who can't is dividing the industry right now. This app is what that looks like when you do it well. Real-time multiplayer SaaS, AI agents running in the background, full production code, and I didn't write a single line of it. An agent built the whole thing. And by the end of this video, you'll have built it too. The same app, the same stack, the same way I did. And here's what makes this different from other AI build tutorials. I built this app using the exact methodology the app itself is designed to teach. Specs first, architecture defined, every feature planned before we start building. I've been doing this architecture work by hand before every serious project for years. And at some point, it hit me. I'm a developer. Why am I doing all of this manually when I could build the tool that does it with me? So I did. This is Ghost AI, a real-time collaborative workspace where you describe a system in plain English and an AI agent maps it onto a shared canvas live. Your team edits the design together, and when it's ready, the app generates a complete technical specification you can build from. Now, if you've tried
Told you I was gonna mix it up.
About time you threw me a real test.
Let's see how you feel when you reach the bottom. Got some crazy turns in this one. Watch out. Tough out there, huh? I told you. Keep that up and you got no worries. You got company.
I got eyes on 4711. Gonna show him some action tonight.
One of the officers in a pursuit. Get in on the fun before it's over. Get out there and find that damn car.
Handle that pretty well. We haven't even gotten to the hard part yet.
Uh-oh.
Okay, wrap it up.
Shit show. I'm ending this pursuit. Get back to patrol.
Come on, give us more time to find him. No? Fine.
Come on, man. Get around.
This was always gonna happen. You found your limit out there today. Up to you whether you want to push past it.
Now, what was I supposed to do again? Yeah. Let's see. Alright. Just quit it. Alright, so what supposed to go to this one? Oh, I ain't get that type of car. Let's try this trouble. So I need some music. $382. I don't know what kind of car I got. Let's see what I got.
Tough night. Keep on it.
So when are you gonna get your own place?
Don't listen to him.
Something ain't right. Supposed to have some music or something. It's quiet as. Let's see. Playing the game, dude. Let's see. Do something real quick.